But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be. You should be embarrassed that you're not.
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Michael Irvin just went nuclear, and Rex Ryan, let's just say he picked the wrong day to test Shedeur Sanders' patience. One moment, Rex was giving expert analysis, and the next, Iran was handing him his ego on a silver platter. This wasn't just a debate. It was a demolition. But what exactly did Rex say that made Irvin snap like that? Oh, you're going to love this one. Buckle up, because this gets wild.
Rex was out of line in saying the things he said. He's not in those meeting rooms. He doesn't know if Shedeur's sitting on the front row or not. If he said, I got sources saying this kid don't study, this kid's in the back of the room acting, then you say something. You say something. But don't just say those things because you want to sound bite and you want to go viral and talk about what this kid's not doing. I mean, Rex,
Rex Ryan probably woke up thinking it'd be another normal day at the studio. Coffee, cameras, a few loud football takes, and some big hand moves. What he didn't know was that he was about to walk into the wild storm called Michael Irvin and come out looking like a leftover milkshake.
And I'm baffled. I'm baffled. If he said anything else, we would jump on it and be all over him like, well, how come you don't have any confidence? That's why you're not playing. So each man, every man that's not on the football field, every man in the National Football League has to believe that he is good enough to play in the National Football League, to even be in the league. So anything else that comes from him, I will be shocked. Anything outside of, yes, I'm looking around, I'm seeing, and absolutely, I can play in this league.
It all began when a video of Shedeur Sanders hit social media. The kid made another clutch play, and instead of a plain nod or handshake like some boring vet, he pulled out the viral miming move. That slow, confident, I'm built different gesture that instantly drives rival fans crazy.
This might be the backpedal of the century. I don't know what made you have a change of heart. Could it be that the whole world called you out because you lied?
Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows.
And then now all of a sudden, you want to see him on the field. He has so much talent. He's being treated so unfairly. And the locker room is toxic. And no one knows what they're doing on the Browns. Just a week ago, he was a bratty kid that just had his arms folded and was just like, I should be playing. I wonder why everybody is switching up so much. Could it be Dylan Gabriel's not that good?
And right on cue, the internet did its thing. Half the people called it swagger, and the other half acted like Shedeur had just destroyed the Hall of Fame. Then came Rex Ryan, the self-proclaimed guardian of football values. He saw the clip and decided it was time to lecture everyone about respect, humility, and acting like you've been there before.
And I have a little beef to pick with Rex Ryan. After what he said about Shedeur Sanders, he is in no position to talk about Shedeur Sanders. Okay, Rex Ryan has now had multiple chances to be successful in the NFL, and he blew it. He should have been in the film room longer. He is the laughingstock. Okay, when he was with the New York Jets, his entire career was marked by the butt fumble. And then he comes with the Bills, he comes in, says he's going to win the Super Bowl, tries to get the entire city behind him, and he absolutely flopped on his face. Rex Ryan, you are a clown. Shedeur Sanders is a better man than you, so don't ever talk about him again.
But then came Michael Irvin. When Irvin heard Rex talking like that, something flipped, like a veteran hearing a rookie call him old man. Irvin didn't just argue, he exploded. It wasn't a debate. It was a show of fire, passion, and power. To Irvin, Shedeur Sanders isn't just a QB. He's the new face of college swagger, part legend, part headline. Rex tried to defend his point with old-school talk, but Irvin wasn't having it. He turned preacher mode on. Rex tried shouting back, which was like trying to outdance Usher in flip-flops. Irvin hit harder each time, louder, smarter, and full of energy. It was wild, but full of purpose.
Rex Ryan, when I got aware I did the homework on him a long time ago though, and because he was always loud as the Jets coach, and he's always predicted that they was going to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl every year. This is the year we're going to do it. This is the year we're going to do it. This is the year we're going to do it. And you just brought that up, Mike, in your take. Nigga, you loud, Rex. As a coach, you're loud as a coach, and especially as a commentator, you're very loud and you take bold takes. So when Mace asks, was it clout chasing? I don't think it's clout chasing. This just...
Here's the twist. Irvin wasn't just defending Shedeur for show. He was standing up for a whole new era. For every young player who shows personality in a league that still hates fun. Let's be real. Football has double standards. When Brady yells, it's passion. When Shedeur mimes his watch, it's arrogance. Irvin saw that fast. He saw a young man carrying his family's legacy, being judged for confidence. Every word Irvin spoke hit deep. Then came the knockout. He said confidence isn't disrespect. It's fuel. Shedeur doesn't need to act like he's been there before. He was born there. The Sanders name owns the end zone.
And you did all those things, but you never brought home a ring. I mean, we can all say, get your ass up front and go get one of them rings. You know what I'm saying? And you didn't do that. So come on, man. That's what I have a problem with. I never heard him say, listen, I got great sources inside that organization that says he's sitting at the back of the room, he's playing around, and then he comes out here and crosses his hand and say he should play quarterback. Then you got something. You got something. But to say that without saying I got great sources means that's just your thought of what's going on. There's no fact in it whatsoever. And that's the issue.
So, Mike, this football conversation is a little bit above me at this point because you and Rex have done it.
The internet exploded. Within minutes, Irvin's rant was everywhere. Memes flooded timelines. Fans cheered, saying Irvin ended the debate. Others begged Rex to log off. But behind the jokes was truth. Irvin wasn't just defending Shedeur. He was standing for the game's evolution. Football has always needed personality. The funny part? Rex once made headlines for being loud himself. It's like a rock star saying music's too noisy. Irvin just exposed the irony and did it with flair. By the end, Rex looked stunned, like his brain needed a reboot after Irvin's TED Talk mixed with a locker room sermon.
Is Shedeur really responding to something that Rex Ryan would say on ESPN? That's something Deion would do. I'll say that.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
I buy it. That's what they do.
It's something Shedeur would do.
Yes. And, remaining the third string QB, I mean, maybe the best thing he could do is not say anything, but still be a part of the headline.
So I love this from Shedeur. Okay, I have no problem. I think Cleveland Brown, Shedeur Sanders, has not really been annoying to me or anything. I think that was fun. That was funny. I got no issue with that. I like some.
But Irvin wasn't done. He kept going, reminding everyone that Shedeur plays under more pressure than most veterans ever face. Every move, every tweet becomes news. So if miming a watch helps him focus or celebrate, let him. That's what makes Shedeur special. He's not just chasing stats, he's shaping culture. Every play is a statement, every celebration a message. He's not just Deion's son, he's building his own legend. Irvin saw that instantly. Some people laughed, others were shocked, and one poor cameraman probably prayed his mic survived. When Irvin gets rolling, it's not an argument, it's a concert. The internet ate it up, clipping and captioning every second. Shedeur didn't need to respond. Irvin already did.
Yeah, that was a question that was asked of him. So if he had called a press conference, out of the blue and stood up there and said, I'm calling this press conference because I've seen quarterback play in the NFL and I'm better than them. Now that's a different thing. You see what I'm saying? That's a different thing. Oh, you called a press conference to do that? Then we're saying something. But he's answering questions. And if he doesn't answer the question, you think you're too good to answer questions. I'm over that, man.
How else could he have answered that question, though?
And honestly, that's the best part. Irvin saw Shedeur being called out not for bad behavior, but for confidence. He jumped in like a big brother with a megaphone. Irvin knows football changes. The old legends built the stage, but the new stars bring the show. Without confidence, football's just noise. And Rex talking about humility. That's rich. His own career was a reality show. Irvin's passion was funny but real. It was raw, fiery, and true. You could see the pride and defiance. Irvin went all in because he's lived through the same judgment. To him, this wasn't about one move. It was about freedom to shine.
The truth is, guys, a lot of people in power didn't like it. Rex Ryan just said out loud what folks has been thinking. Rex Ryan is a paid employee, shows are scripted. So somebody wrote that down and told him to say it. Do you think Shedeur Sanders' confidence is still hurting? Or is the league just being too sensitive?
He said mostly all the right things since he's been in Cleveland. Here would be my question. When Rex Ryan says, get your ass in the front row and shut up, and if I know the entire league knows...
After Irvin's explosion, fans everywhere breathed a sigh of relief. Finally, someone said what they were thinking. Let players be themselves. In today's sports, personality is the game. Kids don't copy stats. They copy celebrations. Irvin gets it. Swagger builds connection. Rex missed that. By morning, Irvin's rant was trending. And honestly, Rex got cooked. Irvin didn't just win. He started a movement. Now, when someone criticizes Shedeur, fans say, pull a Michael Irvin. It means go off, defend the energy, and preach confidence. Funny thing is, all this made Shedeur's brand bigger. The more they talked, the more he rose, turning hate into hype.
Now, you wouldn't be out here hating for clicks now, Rex, would you? Please tell me it ain't so, Rex. Because I would hate, you used to be a nice defensive mind. You used to be one of those defensive coordinators players love to play for. But you seem confused right now, Rex. What's going on with you?
Even ex-players jumped in, backing Irvin. They love Shedeur's confidence and spark. They see what Rex can't. The new generation isn't ruining football. They're refreshing it. It's not arrogance. It's art. Irvin proved it with every shout and pause. What made his rant epic wasn't just noise. It was truth. He made people laugh, nod, and think. Even Rex's supporters had to agree. Confidence drives greatness. Swagger doesn't kill focus. It fuels it. That's what Shedeur stands for. Irvin wasn't defending arrogance. He was defending pride. Rex might not get it yet, but one day he'll see Irvin wasn't yelling. He was protecting football's fire.
Rex Ryan is a guy that been in the locker room. He's been a coach. He's been a player. He's been in the locker room. So he knows better. He knows better. He knows that confidence breeds confidence, especially with quarterbacks. He knows, being in the NFL, that you have men that pay their bills, put their life and body on the line with the belief that they're...
Let's be real. No one tunes in for quiet, robotic quarterbacks. We live for those moments we replay again and again. Shedeur gives us that. Irvin knows it. Maybe deep down Rex does too, but he'll never say it. The best part? Irvin didn't just defend Shedeur. He reminded everyone that football is entertainment. If there's no fire, what's the point? As the debate kept spreading online, one thing was sure. Rex started it, but Irvin finished it with style, energy, and charisma. Shedeur's probably laughing now, planning his next touchdown move while the world argues about swagger. Because in this story, swagger isn't the problem. It's the product.
Chill. I know you know football. Not challenging the fact if you know the game. Obviously, you coach the game. Not challenging that, but your ideology is way off base on this one. You saying that like you did every day at practice. You saying that like you know firsthand that he's not sitting up front, that he's not doing what it takes, that he's not staying after practice, that he's not pulling up before practice. You're saying that like you in the know in all of this. You're saying that like he's sitting around the locker room pouting.
When the playmaker defends you, it's not just backup. It's destiny. The funny thing is, Rex wanted to talk about discipline, but he handed Irvin a stage to teach passion. It was like setting up Kobe for a free throw and then wondering why you never got the ball again. Irvin didn't just win. He made a highlight reel out of it. Every line hit like a replay moment. What made it special wasn't the heat, but the heart. Irvin wasn't arguing to be right. He was defending the soul of football swagger. By the end, Rex just nodded as Irvin's voice turned into motivation. The clip ended, but fans kept replaying it like a championship. Shedeur didn't need to say a word. Irvin spoke for him. And in doing so, he reminded us why we loved this game. Not for rules, but for raw, fearless passion.